Alrighty, so we're going to try this again and see if this works. All right, so I am back. Hello everybody. Not sure what's going on with my internet. It's been doing this all day, but that is not going to stop me from making sure that you have the information necessary to move forward in your business. So what I was sharing with you guys is what the GDPR stands for, which is General Data Protection Regulation. And now let's get into this article. So in the article, we talk about, let's see, maybe I should start back at the top because I don't know where the video got cut off. But basically, if you do any kind of business online, you need to pay attention to the GDPR. So what is that? It's basically a privacy law from the European Union that goes into effect May 25th, 2018, which is tomorrow. I'm actually recording this video and I'm live on the 24th. So here we go, May 25th, 2018. Hopefully, you know, you being a network marketer, whether you're in travel, health and wellness, beauty, e-commerce, whatever it is, hope your business compliant. All right. So it says while this is an EU law, it pertains to all online entrepreneurs or marketers that not only do business in the EU, but do business or generate leads from people within the EU. So everyone needs to be paying attention, you know. And one of the great things about being in business online is the fact that you're global. You have access to so many more, you know, possibilities of more leads, more sales, more signups. So I doubt that you want to just be like, oh, well, fine. I won't do business over there anymore. I won't do business with anybody as part of the EU. Well, if you do that, I just want you to keep in mind that you are actually cutting out 512 million people from your marketing. Can you afford to cut out 512 million people? You just good? You just got that many leads and sales coming in? I don't know. All right, so what does the GDPR cover? At its core, it's a new set of rules that's designed to give persons in the EU more control over their personal data. This covers everything that you do with personally identifying data. Yeah, I know, I keep going back between data and data. It just sounds better in different parts. So leave me alone. Okay, so this covers anything that you do with personally identifying data that you collect from anyone in the EU and how you handle that data from collection all the way to deletion. Okay, so this comes into play for email marketers in a very important way because you as an organization, your business, who you are, your you.com or you Inc. Must be able to justify each type of data processing activity it conducts using one of the 6 lawful bases of processing. Are you doing that? Because if not, you could run into a lot of trouble. And I don't want to see that happen for anybody, which is why I'm doing this video. So, email marketing involves the processing of contacts' personal data, typically but not limited to their email address and their name. So, using consent makes sense as a way to justify collecting a user's data. So, basically, you need to prove that your EU lead consented to you gathering their information for the specific purpose that you said you're using it for. So, let's get into a little bit of that. Okay. So I'm just kind of skipping through because you can read this article on your own time. And again, the article will look like this when you click on the link. Oops, let me come down some so I can find it. Okay. Looks like that. Okay. Awesome. So, yeah, so you can read a lot of this on your own, but I'm just going to pull out a few snippets from it. So, number 1, an EU user must have the opportunity to make an actual choice to provide consent. Okay, so for example, if you have a form, an opt-in form where the box is already checked, that no longer qualifies as consent under the GDPR because the user did not take a specific action to give consent. You just implied it by already checking it for them. So the EU user must check the box themselves or take some other form of action to express consent. Number two, the choice to provide consent must be clearly distinguishable and separate from other initiatives. Okay? So you can't just bury this in the fine print. All right. So one thing that you can do, you can add a checkbox in your form where the person can check it off themselves. It can't be pre-checked. Another thing that you can do is turn on your confirmed opt-in option with the autoresponder that you are using. Now, if you are a member of MLSP, you don't have to worry about getting an autoresponder. We have one built into the system to get you started. And then we send out emails on your behalf. Now, that autoresponder, your default autoresponder, is already compliant to this, so you're good to go. However, if you have become a little bit more intermediate to advanced and you're using your own autoresponder, something like Aweber or GetResponse or something like that, then a lot of times, I know I have Aweber, and it is set at a default for you to have that confirmed opt-in. And you actually have to contact support to have them take it off. But these days you can just keep it on at this point. I just didn't like to have the double opt-in, but now that it's the law for them, I wouldn't mind keeping it on, but I don't even have to worry about that either because I use so many of MLSP's funnels, the already done campaigns, so I don't have to worry about that. There's one big reason why it is, it's another good reason for you to be a member of the community, but I'll get into that a little later. So it goes into giving you details and examples, visuals of exactly what this law is all about. You also need to remember that the new consent standard also applies to your existing list. So if you can't show that you have the right kind of consent from people who are already on your list and whom the GDPR applies, okay, so these are people who have opted into your offer while they were physically in the EU, then you can't email them anymore starting tomorrow. Blech. Okay, so you might want to get on this, okay? So something that you could start doing now, figuring out a re-engagement campaign so that you can get consent from people on your list that are from the EU. Most email marketing systems will allow you to segment lists based on the location or the IP or the country where they opted in. So if you can, segment your list. I know you can do that with Aweber, and work on getting consent from those EU subscribers so that you can keep them on your list. Otherwise, you're going to have to take them off. Also, provide massive value up until the 24th, which is today, and make sure you provide links in there so that you can say something like, hey, if you want to continue getting awesome value like this, then just click on my link, stuff like that. So keep on giving value. That way they will want to stay on. There are also some very important notes inside of this particular blog article, but check this out. Here's my favorite part that I want to share with you guys. For those of you who are or are about to become, thanks to this video, right? If you're about to become an MLSP member, this will be wonderful for you because, again, if you're like me and you're not super duper technical, then MLSP takes care of this kind of stuff for you. And you never know, laws get changed, especially when it comes to online activities and stuff, all the time. And you know it, you see it. Social media policies are changing all the time, and you have to be on top of those things. So why not have a system in place that takes care of that stuff for you and pays attention to the small, minute details of all the legal disclaimers that you need to be responsible for, and the privacy policies and the terms of use and all that. MLSP helps you with all that stuff, so I really love it. So here's some things that MLSP is doing to make sure that their system is fully GDPR compliant and continues to help you market online like a champ. So again, great thing about MLSP is that this is a system to help you continue to market your business and to do it in a professional way. So for those of you that don't want to be professional and you just winging it and you just, want to act like the creepy guy in the back of, back of an alley somewhere, then I guess, go ahead and good luck. If you get caught, you up a creek. But, some people, enjoy not following the rules. So this video won't be for them. But for you who's still watching, this is definitely going to be important. So check out what MLSP is doing. One, we've implemented consent checkboxes on all MLSP campaigns so that EU users will be able to give their clear consent to join your marketing emails. These consents will be stored for you. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff. And I'm just like, yes. I don't have to deal with this. Two, we have implemented a cookie consent process for any EU users that visit an MLSP campaign. These consents are stored and tracked automatically. Again, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to know or learn anything new that's technical and all that kind of stuff. I don't have to do that. They did it for me. I'm cool. I'm done. Okay. Number three, we are providing functionality within Funnelizer to add these checkboxes to your forms to get consent. So again, based on your settings, these boxes will only be shown to EU users, so not affecting all of your marketing. Now, for those of you that don't know about MLSP, you definitely want to check out some of the other videos that I've done about them. But I'm really excited because when it comes to building your business online, sometimes you have very limited resources inside of your network marketing opportunity, and it doesn't really give you a chance to stand out and look any different than all the rest of the people in your business. MLSP is different. For those of you that are new, or maybe you don't know how to create your own content just yet, MLSP has campaigns that they've already done. This is content that they've already done for you, okay, that you can use to start building your list, start building relationships online, start connecting with the right people and getting the right leads. You don't have to go out here and pay for leads, that probably aren't any good anyway, right? Or do any type of paid advertising unless you want to. So you can start off with these free methods, and then you can scale up and start doing some paid, and we help you with understanding how to do them both. So there's lots of training on marketing, okay, and on building a skill set of leadership and entrepreneurship. So this way, no matter what company you're in, you could be in this one company today, and 3 months or 3 years from now, you can be in a different company, and hopefully you own your own list. A lot of times you don't if you always store your information through the network marketing company, unfortunately. So then you'll be starting all over from scratch. Well, that's not the case with MLSP. We provide you with software to be able to keep track of all of your leads and stuff like that. And in addition to keeping track of your leads, we help you get them in the first place. Okay, with this amazing content, we've tested it out. It works great. Now you know that when you are using those campaigns, right, these awesome lead magnets, these great opt-in pages, these amazing funnels, when you're using them, now you know that they are GDPR compliant. So that's really good. Now, for those of you that go beyond a basic membership, okay, so if you're beyond the basic and you're pro or premium, I'm premium, love it, then you also have access to your own blog site, which we call MLSP sites. And that is great because now you own the two things that are the most important for you to have your own possession of online, and that is your own list and your own blog, all in one place. Okay, plus all the training that you have access to 24 hours a day, plus MLSP simply having your back. When laws get changed, they step up and they get all of this stuff in place for you, so you don't even have to think about it. Because I'm just now coming across this blog article, and I'm like, oh, let me read this. And I got down here to the bottom, and I was like, yes, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. Woo! Okay, so for those of us who are above the basic level and you have sites, just know that there is even more to think about when it comes to site owners. There's cookies and tracking and plugins, etc. And we are providing some custom plugins as well as information and action steps you can take to be GDPR compliant. And when I logged into my site, I saw that there was a big note flashing, letting me know, hey, some changes were made. Make sure that you take care of this. And it was as easy as a click of a button. Okay, so again, You know, it's really important that you have things like this where you have a system in place to help you out. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm still on here. Okay. Because my internet's been acting funny. All right. So, in conclusion, while this is a big change, MLSP is working diligently to provide our members with the tools and the training to make sure that you are able to be compliant with the General Data Protection Regulation. Please take the time to get informed on the overall GDPR and how it's going to affect your marketing and your websites using the links above. So, inside the blog article, or simply just Google it, that's fine too. But just a caution, don't get overwhelmed. Your goal should be to start moving toward compliance and start making the effort now. And the thing about it is, if you're a member of this amazing community, I kind of look at it as a university, you guys. So no, MLSP is not a business opportunity. It's not a network marketing company. It's not an MLM. This is a place for you to be able to learn how to take your MLM and create success with it. Okay, so it is an education platform. All right. I like for you to look at it like this. You started your business for a reason, right? And that reason is to uh, finally be able to live your dream, right? And start doing some of the things that you've been wanting, start having the time freedom, the financial freedom, and the choice freedom, right? Okay? So if that's the case, then you started your business to use that as a vehicle to get you to that point. And MLSP is simply the GPS that goes inside the vehicle. Okay, we're not another vehicle. Okay, this is not another business for you to run. It's not another, MLM or something like that. It's not that at all. It is the GPS. We will give you guidance. We will give you direction. We will give you tools, tips. We will let you know when you're going the wrong way, make a U-turn. We will let you know where there's a possibility for you to get to where you want to be faster, or there's a shorter route for you to go. We show you that. Okay, and then we just happen to also provide you, if you're new or you don't have products and services to offer people yet, maybe you're in between network marketing companies, maybe you're still trying to decide on a network marketing company. Well, that shouldn't stop you from wanting to get the skills necessary to be successful in anything that you do online. So that's again where MLSP comes in to provide you with those tools necessary, including some of our own products if you want to, but that's totally optional. And when you do use those things, oh my goodness, all of this stuff is GDPR compliant, so you don't even have to worry about it. And I can tell you that I love leverage. It is something that Robert Kiyosaki always talks about. Okay, so let me just take these down for a moment because this is really important for you guys to see. When it comes to having a system like MLSP, let me tell you what a system does. Okay? A system helps you to save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. So, yes, although most systems are not free, like, duh, you're in business. Why do you think everything's supposed to be free all the time? What do you call a person that always wants something for nothing? Well, don't be that person, okay? All right. So you want to save yourself some time and some stress, and you want to save yourself the energy of having to go through all of this compliance stuff yourself. If you were using MLSP as your system, you don't even have to worry about it. It's being taken care of. Okay. But just like what Robert Kiyosaki talks about in his cash flow quadrant, you want to start leveraging. You want to start creating passive income. That's over here. You guys see that on this side, okay? If you want to take your network marketing business from being another job that you just happen to pay for, okay? So, sometimes when you're first starting off and you're excited and you want to tell your friends and family about this, and they're like, I shouldn't have to pay to get started. It's because they're looking at it as another job. And you shouldn't have to pay for a job, right? This is why they see it as a scam, right? So when you're in business for yourself, do you want to be self-employed or do you want to be a business owner? Because being self-employed doesn't give you any leverage. You're focusing on exchanging time for money, which is not much different from being an employee. How much longer do you want to sell pieces of your life for, a few dollars? Right? Hello. I mean, that's what it is. People say, "Oh, I get paid, $50 an hour." No. Okay, you're selling an hour of your life for $50. That's it? No, thank you, mama. Okay. So, Instead of that, you can have a system in place that allows you to be able to get out there, connect with more people, and that's where you're getting your leverage from and being able to generate income. So you don't have to physically be there. And this is what I love about MLSP. This is a system that saves me stress, time, energy, and money, and allows me to have leverage where the work is being done for me. The corporate team inside of MLSP is doing all this GDPR compliance stuff for me. These people are going to work for me to help my business remain successful and remain a business of integrity, so that I can have a profitable business, but also a sustainable business with a great reputation. That's what's really important to me. Okay, so definitely want to think about that. Do you want to be on the passive income side with the leverage, right? And even end up investing in yourself, investing in to some other things as you're starting to bring in cash flow from your MLM, right? Or do you want to be sitting here stuck, feeling like you got to do everything yourself, and then when you make the choice to do everything yourself, you find yourself constantly stuck, frustrated, overwhelmed? I don't want to deal with that stress. So I got me some MLSP. Okay. Like, that's just crazy. So again, it's all up to you to make that decision as to what you want out of life, what you want for your business. You don't have to go through struggle. You don't have to go through failure. You don't have to go through overwhelm, especially if you've got yourself a system. And MLSP is an amazing system and an amazing community of entrepreneurs. So you may want to check it out. Inside the description box, I have a link that will point you into the direction of testing out the system for about 10 days, trying to get a feel for it, and seeing if it does, in fact, save you from stress, time, energy, and money. I can tell you it will. Okay, it will if you let it. All right, so that means you got to get to work. You got to at least get the system set up. All right, and start going through some of the training. Now, if you don't do that, then this will be a waste for you, so don't even worry about it. But I also wanted to remind you guys to make sure that you attend my webinar coming up. And I don't want you to worry. If you're catching the replay of this, because I'm recording this May 24th, if you're catching the replay for this, you may just be right on time, because this is one of my most popular webinar trainings. Okay, this is a master class that I always bring it back when I get a high demand for it, and it is called The Walking Dead of Network Marketing. So I'm going to leave a link in there for you to check it out and see the next time I'm going to host this master class for you. This is especially good if you're new, or maybe you're like me and you're not very technical, or maybe you are at a plateau in your business and you're trying to figure out a way to get to the next level. I do not want you to be like 97% of network marketers out here who are just like they're just like walking around like zombies. They don't know what the heck they're doing. They're spamming folks. They don't know why. They're like, oh, well, my upline said to do that. I don't know, And it's like, think. Does that really make sense for you to go around chasing, begging, and convincing people to join your business? Do you see Ronald McDonald doing that? Right? Do you see people who, work inside the Apple store, clocking in, and then they walk outside and they're chasing people up and down the sidewalk talking about, please buy this cell phone. Please buy this MacBook. No, they're not doing that. They attract customers. They attract customers to them. They don't have to chase, beg, and convince anybody, and neither should you. So if you want to have a successful business, then you definitely want to make sure you register for the next class, okay? Register for that master class. I typically have these on a Thursday at 9 p.m., but just check and see, check back often and see the next time I'm going to host this, where I'm going to share with you 12 vital tools that will protect you from struggle and failure and overwhelm in any business that you are looking to promote online. So this is great if you're in real estate, if you have a salon where maybe you market your business online, or a gym or a barbershop, if you are in network marketing, affiliate marketing, if you're in health and wellness, travel, e-commerce, makeup, whatever it is that you're doing, you definitely want to attend this, because these tools will help all of you. So I look forward to seeing you there. Okay, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm excited for you because I know that this is definitely going to be of value. And check back, make sure you subscribe because I've got a lot more amazing things that I'm rolling out here on YouTube, including my book club, Val's Business Builder Book Club. So make sure you check in on all of that stuff. And if you want more information, you can always feel free to send me a message on social media. All my info is in the description box as well. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.